Trying to have some
Obviously,
humor in a very fucked up situation.
I know I laughed very hard there, but it's just how I personally deal with these things, because I can't believe how people in actual Ukraine and in Russia as well, because I know there's people protesting in Russia and they're all being arrested.
Well, so they're trying to crack down on the protests, but then more people start protesting to the point they're now actively just clashing with police to not get arrested.
Yeah.
So it's only the smaller demonstrations that are having that, but the much larger ones that you're actually seeing filmed live in some cases, if you go to those certain live stream cameras, they're not tackling those because they don't want to do it on a public camera either, but also they're the biggest ones out there. But anyway, all right, rounds begun. Let's go ahead and cover everything proper. So briefing, go.
Oh god, ow, voice?
Yeah, give me one.
I don't know, voice? What voice?
Movie voice. I'm just going to always default to that if you don't pick one.
Okay, one day I'll do a Joker voice. Sorry. In a world where the army of Panthera have found where the local rebel forces are hiding, they are trying to raid them, Area of operations. Local forces are trying to raid multiple villages built in a valley as rebel forces are using the hills surrounding those villages to their advantage. Visuals. No specific
Whoever does the ooh voice, and I'm strangling him. All right. Game mode is terminal. So what that means is BLUFOR is trying to hack 3 terminal pieces, all in 3 different areas. They're all located on the map, specifically marked. Once BLUFOR interacts with them, I'm going to quickly open up the game mode. The hack time is 60 seconds, so GREENFOR has 60 seconds to go up to the terminal to stop the hack. And once the hack is stopped, I believe it is paused for this scenario. So BLUFOR then has to go and re-interact with the terminal to get that timer down to 0. Once it's 0, the terminal will disappear after a few seconds, spawning a bomb and explode. So with that, BLUFOR is mainly going to be infantry focused. They have a lot of transport trucks, but they also have the Huey, and they have 2 M240 Golfs on the side to emulate, M60s from the previous arrangement here. But the faction appears to be something different than what we normally see at default on BLUFOR. It is Greek Armed Forces. Interesting. So they're going to have M4s. Let's actually go ahead and look at the loadouts here. So a mix of HK 416s actually with L1A1s. So a mix of 7.62 and 5.56 weaponry. Glocks for the secondary. Mini-Me's for their light machine gun. FN mags for their medium machine gun. 72 A7 disposable launchers for LAT. 2010 for the sniper. A choice of either the Mark 14 or the MP7. For the suppressed shooters, and then crewmen can either get a 416 or an MP7. This map, I wouldn't recommend an MP7. There's just a lot of open forested areas. It's going to really favor a battle rifle over an MP7. Again, you want to see those submachine guns used in more CQC environments. Otherwise, it's just not going to have the range to take out farther targets, unfortunately. But going back over to BLUFOR with all of that said, let's go ahead and take a look at the mat settings real quick. Both sides are going to have 2 AT and 2 HE rounds per person. So you have the AT guy have that, and then the assistant AT also has those spare rounds as well. So that is quite interesting to see. But otherwise, looking at the rest of the group here and their assets, I think that's going to be it, because again, the assets are just going to be transport trucks and a few boats if they want to take them, and then the Huey that can fly squads in as well. Otherwise, looking at the roster, we have Pierce commanding. Pierce, he is one of the more common commanders within FNF, though I will admit sometimes he has some really, really silly plans.
Oh?
So, Pierce. So we'll see what he decides to do. I've got Despo commanding X-Ray, Sushi being the 2IC there, DJ being the medic. Timek, I believe, is going to be the sniper. Yep. And then we've got Sayek taking a Mark 14 and Albin taking a Mark 14 EVR to suppress him. I do agree with those calls. Those would be the best choices for this scenario. And I already see someone in chat saying, oh, Pierce lost me so much last week. Yep, take that with a grain of salt, guys. Alpha being led by Jib Style. He's got Rico, Sam, Man with the Stars, or Spiky, who's part of the multi now. Curie, Seismo, and Lolo. Under Alpha 1, Alpha 2 has Olaf, Green Thumb, 1RCC members Skip and K, and Korvac. Bravo HQ being led by Norris. So. acting as a squad leader here. We've got Chadwick, Tactical, Nilsson, Jack Mick, and Jake B. Under Bravo 1. Bravo 2 has Iqbal, Swan, Frodo, and Fred. For Bravo 2, Charlie HQ has a few more members of Papega coming in. Sideways, Legal Action, Coda, Mags, Vince, Flux, roster, and Arma Jesus. Mainly, it is Arma Jesus and Flux coming in, two of the really, really good players. We see Flux in chat sometimes as Flux the Duck. Charlie 1 has Maz, G-Legs, and Blom. Delta HQ has T15 Final Duster with... or it's T15 Bay. He's the different Bay. He's the imposter Bay. But he's under Delta HQ leading. We've got the remainder of 1RCC with Anarchy under Delta 2 taking that group. And then more members of 1RCC with Corporal Wise being the hotel pilot. So this means that all the other players that are noteworthy are going to be on the other side, which is obvious in itself. But I'm talking about players like Stark, Bant, Falcon, and Scandia Recon. But let's go ahead and look at what they have. So GREENFOR, their uniforms are going to be Rebel French Lizard camo. So you've got the... I always forget what they're either steel domes or piths. I always forget and get that confused, but it's a mix of AKMs and AK-74s, RPKs, PKPs, RPG-26 for the LAT, T5000, AKS, or an AS Val. Again, I would recommend the AKS because they give them the 45-round RPK mags over the AS Val, and even then, last round, we saw the AS Val just choke, even in a CQC situation, unfortunately. So go with the 45-round AKS,
Love seeing
in my
choke.
opinion. Shut up. And then crew get the PP2000 or and AKS. Nothing on the CSW. They get 2 UAZs and a single DshK. Ooh, that is very asset light for them. But again, both sides are going to be getting HE AT rounds on top of the original AT rounds that get 2. So, whew, that's going to be nuts. Vagrant commanding. He is also one of the most common commanders you see within FNF. I'm going to be honest, the Vagrant versus Pierce match, you see this at least once every 2 weeks. It's a very common lineup there. Grav going to be the platoon medic, Oddball leading X-Ray, Seven being the medic, Malin taking the T5000, Jack taking a suppressed AKS, good call there, and Ace over here also taking the suppressed AKS. Again, 45 rounds, better than the 20-round AS Val. You have a big forested environment, likely to have more longer range engagements. AKS would be the best choice there. Otherwise, you got Captain Arcane leading Alpha HQ. He's got Riley, number member from the 82nd, which is where Arcane is from, with him, which his name's cut off. It's D. Barnes. Newton, Mendez, Twins, more members of the 82nd. All right, so usually you only see 1 or 2 members of the 82nd here, but I'm happy that we're seeing 4 today. That's Mimi and Jay Harv. They got Lucas, Dryden, Roven, Jerry, Skynet, and Torm under Alpha HQ. Bravo HQ is going to be led by Yanni today. For Scandia Recon, we got Nemesis, Iander, Whiplash, Pertin, Infidel, and Dobbs. Bravo 2 has Cheese, aka Tilster, Cullis, Iceberg, Daff, Autovisky, and Karts. Delta HQ being led by Ash with Arcor, Swola, 2600K, Wheaton, Tackleberry, Banks, and Andrews under Delta 1. And Delta 2 has Dooley, Falcon Shy, Eric, Bayans, and Stark. That is a very, very powerful team there. Holy crap. Bay and Stark, 2 really good players. Falcon and Dooley, 2 good players. I mean, all of these guys are noteworthy, but wow, I'm going to be really curious to see what Delta 2 does.
Good to us. Are you at NA?
I will probably come to NA late. I have, I've been asked to join a Resistance Fall of Manop, and they start at 7:30, so I might be able to catch the tail end of possibly round 2. Maybe I'll stream round 3 and then go into some mission development. So. I would agree, Vagrant is much more consistent on his wins than Pierce, but that's also because Pierce takes some really, really stupid risks, which
Vagrant, I think, is
only
one of the
pay
smartest
out
commanders.
1 out of 4 times, in my opinion. But for whatever reason, when Pierce's risks pay off, it's only because the other faction has done something so stupid and asinine. We saw that last week, and might have been 2 weeks ago. It was one of the United Serrani missions, where the defenders put this really obscure defense line somewhere, and then the attackers just decided, yeah, we're gonna go push that really obscure defense line. It's like, why? Why are both of you over here completely away from the AO? Like, it makes no sense.
Yeah, Vagrant, I think, is one of the smartest commanders. Sometimes his plans don't take off because I think he likes playing a very, very traditional sort of game. How you would, say if you would play if this was like a sort of real military simulation sort of event, saying like real life. And I think his plan, like I said, he's a really smart commander. So, and I always like seeing him command because sometimes he'll pull off something incredible.
So with the Valley defense here, with the numbers considered, with Terminal 1, 2, and 3, I'm going to be honest, Terminal 3 I think is the best one to cover. We got the most buildings here, especially the most buildings that you can enter inside and form a really proper defense. Rooftop fortifications I think are going to be useless because if the attacker is competent, which I'm going to say for the record, both of these commanders are competent in this regard, they're going to station forces outside on the ridges to fire into the town, which is why you want enterable buildings, so you can avoid stuff like that. I would say GREENFOR's best bet is to probably just put a lot of their forces on a single terminal, and then leave, I want to say, 1/3 of their forces, maybe a full squad, to either go harass OPFOR, or hold a different terminal just as a backup to stem the tide. But this is going to be a really tough defense, in my opinion, because OPFOR have the number advantage, or excuse me, it's BLUFOR in this case. BLUFOR have that number advantage. BLUFOR can afford to just sandwich across 2 ridges, and then send a small team or a single squad in to take the terminals as they have a lot of overwatch, and then have the UH-60 fly above and fire down, because the only thing it has to worry about is a single DshK and small arms fire. BLUFOR just need to use the Huey in the opening round to deploy X-Ray somewhere. Have X-Ray also cover from range. Don't have them run off and be their own unit. Maybe be the ticket in force or the Pathfinders for where BLUFOR needs to push in.
I'd put X-Ray to the south of Bravo HQ on top of these hills.
I will also say, though, because of the vehicle choice, BLUFOR only has 2 real ways to get in here. We could do that, watch them just kind of pull up the MSR, or we could see them try to go off on the sides, go to the town of Radovna at a 064057, then cut across to Al Jaziv Dome at a 055054, and then dismount and push north from south.
If you look south of Terminal 2, this massive hill, while it is just pretty open location and sort of would maybe be expected by a couple of squads, it gives you pretty decent overwatch on Terminal 1 and 2, and then a partial overwatch on Terminal 3. So I think X-Ray would do good up there, but I think a big chunk of this mission will be decided with that Huey. Because if I know Pierce, and I don't really know him, but if I know him from FNF, he'll probably instruct that Huey to do ridge runs.
Yeah, to really thin out where GREENFOR has their defenders set up. 2600 kicked off for some weird reason. Okay.
Rip.
But GREENFOR, I like what they're doing right now. They've got a focus on Terminal 1 and Terminal 3 on opposite sides of the sector. We've got a few guys on the ridges. It's a good strategy here. I'm just a little curious what X-Ray and Delta are doing on the northeastern side. This feels like a really niche area to defend. Maybe because it's overwatching on the left as well. They're hoping to catch BLUFOR come up in the open here. But it's a really tough call, because what if BLUFOR come from a different angle? They're really just putting forces out on various flanks that are a bit stretched out. And really banking on BLUFOR to come in those directions, which at that point, it's all RNG at that point. Sometimes it's going to work out. They might catch BLUFOR out of position, but other times BLUFOR are just going to come up a different angle and completely bypass those defenses, force GREENFOR to hastily retreat, and potentially be caught in the open and taken out by BLUFOR's advancing units. So, it's a tough call.
Ooh, Marlon Snipey boy.
But BLUFOR don't really have a lot to go with. I mean, they could also take the 10 minutes and just ferry everyone over via air. But it looks like BLUFOR is going to do the safe option and utilize X-Ray with the Huey and push them in instead. But having X-Ray deploy first, find a good LZ, and then push everything around and do a massive flank like that, I think that is also a really powerful idea as well. But we're going to definitely see the first 10 minutes of this mission dedicated to maneuvering on BLUFOR's end, which is probably why GREENFOR didn't get any fast attack vehicles like a DshK UAZ, because it's way too easy for that thing to, just push down the one route BLUFOR is going to take and counter them, you know?
30 seconds and 26 might just make it in. Ooh, DJ. DJ's in the X-ray squad, and this is his mission, so...
Alright, round's about to begin. Based off of where BLUFOR's forces are, I don't think they're going to take the left. Maybe Fred's going to crowd across, but let's watch where they go. If they just go down the MSR itself, that means they're just going to go up Main Street. Which, I'm going to be honest, based off of what the enemy has and where you're going to go, I think they're all just going to do that. So here goes the convoy.
Has Zam been in your chat today?
Zam, yeah.
Yeah, he came into mine and then got timed out.
So yeah, we are looking for decent crashes because you never know. It's FNF, and I'm watching one of the trucks drive off the road and crash into trees because they're silly. But yeah, the way this truck is behaving, I would not be surprised. Curie doing some weird stuff back there.
Remember last week?
Hold on. What mods are they using for Greek Armed Forces? I'm pretty sure this is just stuff within RHS, to be honest. I know they're expanding their mod set starting next week. What are... Oh, they almost reared into each other. That's why I'm watching this convoy. But yeah, no, it's... I think it's from mainly GREF and SAF where they're making those kits, but I would say mostly from GREF. RHS GREF. I forget what it stands for. Everyone just calls it GREF. So I was actually wrong. The speed of these trucks is actually a lot quicker than I thought. But no, I am going to be right because they're going to do a very far dismount.
Oh.
A lot of walking here. But FNF will update their mod set. They've already released it, but they've stated that next week they're going to add 3CB. I think they're adding Project OPFOR as well. Or did they vote against that?
I don't know. 3CB, British.
Yeah, so they're at least... I thought they were only adding 3CB factions.
British.
Nope, so they're going full 3CB. All right, cool.
I don't know.
But they're going to add a lot of stuff.
I was going to say something. Oh yeah, do you remember last week when a vehicle in Safe Start blew up and killed someone?
Yep.
That was funny.
I think that was part of the new template too, right? So I think they're still ironing out the invincibility, but at the same time, he died outside of the safe zone, which is why he died, which is pretty funny. Mm-hmm. What's that saying? They're going full British. God save the Queen, Dream.
That was Bob does a better one than that. Bob does a better one than that.
I wasn't even trying. I was just trying to mess with you in that sense. Huey flying over as well. This is interesting. I thought the... Oh, okay, no. So the Hueys already deployed their force, and we're already hearing sniper fire. They're firing over at Bravo for GREENFOR. Oh, those suppressed EBRs at this range are not going to be effective, but that marksman has already gotten a kill.
Oh, really?
Yep, that would be... Iander. Oh, God, Iander got sniped.
Timek, cool. Yeah.
Awesome.
What was I going to say? Yeah, I was playing TM last night, and I was a helicopter crew, and we were flying recon bird, and then towards the end we asked for something that had guns on it, and to get it I had to say water, the British way. And that's how I sold myself.
So I'm just watching GREENFOR respond. They're trying to get their PKPs to suppress over on X-ray, because I can see they're skylining from here. They don't have a lot of cover, but I'm not even seeing any blood, which means the hits... They're suppressing, don't get me wrong, but they're not being accurate enough to actually clip in anything there.
Jack's firing down. Okay. Jack's firing in GREENFOR X-ray down at Alpha, but he has not realized that. I think, what is he using? Is he using the... No, he's using the AKS, so He's just not decided to range up. There we go. RPG. Fair enough. Those are the HE rounds. Hotel 1 has just been lit up with a lot of fire, so I'm interested to know. Oh, no beeps.
I think right now they're just baiting GREENFOR to fire at them so they can get intel on where GREENFOR set their positions up. We've seen that done time and time again in FNF. So they'll do a few recon runs up high just to see where GREENFOR fire from, so they now know where they are. So then when they start doing their more aggressive gun runs, they know where to accurately fly, and they know where to escape to, just in case they take heavy fire here. All right, so BLUFOR, it looks like they're going to focus mostly on the northern ridgeline, and lucky enough for GREENFOR, where they've set their defensive line is going to be a great position to halt that.
Oh, man, all I'm saying
now you got the gun run starting to fire, but it's from a pretty long range.
All I'm saying is that BLUFOR, while, yeah, they're running straight into the main sort of defense force of GREENFOR, where if they manage to take that hill that Delta are on, or, you know, anything past that point, they're just going to have free range to move straight down to Terminal 1 and 2 and take them like nothing.
So I just saw the DshK reload. They only have 4 boxes of 50 rounds remaining. They got to be careful, because if they use all of it to fire at the DshK, or excuse me, the Huey, they're not have any of it to fire at the infantry, which then again, it doesn't really have that much ammo to begin with, so it's not that useful. And
this Bravo force has been not too far, but they've been dragged out by X-Ray. So I think BLUFOR actually got the better end of the stick here.
I don't know, based off of where GREENFOR have their units spread out, it is favoring BLUFOR based off of where BLUFOR is pushing their units, favoring to keep them all close together, but not too close, to get encircled, but close enough where they can support each other, which is optimal. But
it's driving down the hill.
GREENFOR have some really good defenses and defensive lines, and that could allow for some pretty nasty ambushes if they're able to catch GREENFOR in the open. But yeah, BLUFOR committing 4 guys up to the far north. They might try to massive flank around here. I just heard AT fire. That was an HE round landing just short of Delta's position for GREENFOR. Swola, he's got an AT round loaded. I think he's going to switch it out for an HE. They might return in kind. Nope, he just loads another AT, and nope, it switches to an HE because the reload animation was bugged. So he's keeping that loaded, but a few good HE rounds on some chunks of infantry crossing in the open would be a great call. Another AT round coming in. Can't tell if that's AT or HE based off the explosion. I think that was only AT because I was expecting a little more smoke for an HE round. Also, you don't have the impact crater like you do the other one. That indicates it's an HE round. So that might have just been an AT ranging shot.
Unfortunately, either is okay. Can you please have a look at Stark and tell me,
where's Stark?
In honesty, line with the rules, if that is a meta position?
Where is Stark?
Bottom Delta 2 info.
I see him. That, I mean, they banned. Yeah, no, that's technically a meta position because you guys banned climbing trees after the Finns climbed entire jungles to get on top of units. So yeah, technically, by your rule set. And that's funny because he was complaining about the rules the other round too, and now we see him literally.
It's funny because he's literally the disciplinarian, man.
Lamau. So we just saw GREENFOR firing up at this ridge. I don't think BLUFOR was up there yet. Well, here's the thing about Falcon. Falcon's only going to do it if he sees other people doing it because he knows people are after his ass for real breaking because he's a really good player. Now you got X-Ray up here. They're firing up at BLUFOR there. Actually, they're firing across the way. That is Malin trying to get some hits on Delta. But now you're starting to see long-range engagements from these two forces as they engage each other. Apparently, the FNF staff were investigating Falcon over his OFCRA ban. Oh, that's based. For the record, if Falcon gets banned in FNF or what happens in OFCRA, I will probably protest it, because that is dumb. That is actually beyond dumb. But I won't get into personal things there, other than if you were to be in trouble in Russia and then move to the United States, and the United States uses what happened to you in Russia and bans you from the United States as well, that's pretty much an equivalent of what that statement is about. But anyway, let's continue. All right, GREENFOR is getting pretty heavily suppressed on these hills because they're starting to receive overwhelming fire because there's more BLUFOR forces in BLUFOR positions firing down on that one position. We're also starting to see X-Ray getting engaged from BLUFOR positions as well, but because that BLUFOR position has a higher area, I guess height elevation is the word I'm looking for, they're able to fire down at GREENFOR. Got quite a few wounds, but no kills. We're hearing HE rounds going back and forth. Looks like that was another AT round because I don't see an impact crater.
So, X-Ray have been loaded back up into hotel. Moving them around.
So, I think that was just a ploy. We do see Scandi. They've got a few vehicles over at GREENFOR Bravo. They might try to reposition to an area to flank this attack. We have another AT round going in, but it is just short. You got that DshK now firing up on that hill. Arcor doing his best. Accidentally falls over sideways with the turret. Those tripods can really finicky on non-flat terrain. Even the sit-down ones, they're prone to just getting knocked over at times. But I'm not seeing any additional bodies, just more wounds. Looking over at the skull count, we have Falcon dead. Wow. Falcon got sniped. That is quite unfortunate for Falcon. I know he was going to bitch about dying early on, but he wasn't the first GREENFOR guy to go. That was Iander. More AT being fired now. It's going over, though. You're going to see that blast in a second. Yeah, all the way back there. All right, so now Scandy's trying to suppress the southernmost force of BLUFOR here on a flank, but now they're firing back. GREENFOR have the elevation. There's an HE round. That one's definitely HE. It's not going to leave the impact. Nope. Yeah, so that's how you tell between HE and AT. But GREENFOR took a lot of hits up here. They're now being forced to pull back from the open. Revanche, thanks to the 37-month resub.
Anyone want to trade?
Right on, man. Hope you keep enjoying the operations. Hope you are getting a kick out of this scenario. And Falcon, why are you laughing, buddy? More HE coming in. Literally peppering the side of this hill, but GREENFOR's pulled back at this point.
Sorry, I'm just setting up cat cam.
So Falcon's on my chat. He's saying him and Stark were memeing the entire time. They happened to see someone, and I think Falcon then got shot in the face. Oh, Falcon apparently got shot in the back of the head by Stark on accident. Oh my god. And he...
Literally based.
Wait, so was Stark laughing when you died, Falcon, or were you laughing? I'd imagine both of you were laughing. Because you're the one saying you can't stop. You're both laughing about it. Alright, so Stark Hillary Clinton's Falcon. That's great. But right now, we're seeing a lot of long-range engagements here. BLUFOR trying to open up a new flank. We still have that truck flanking around with those 4 guys. X-Ray got deployed south of Terminal 3, but GREENFOR has forces back there to cover.
Yeah,
and I think the breakthrough group is going to be this new BLUFOR squad maneuvering. It's Charlie from the looks of things.
With for tree climbing.
BLUFOR Delta lead up front, but his team is all the way back here. And the other team is in the truck going all the way out there. So Charlie I don't know why the squad leader's in between like that. I guess for communications purposes, but Charlie's going to be the main force trying to flank around, but I know Norris is also pushing up because this was previously X-Ray's position. You can see some of their bandages back here. So it's just going to be a lot of maneuvering in the early game, but similar to the last round, if GREENFOR are able to stall for enough time, you could see GREENFOR still win this, but based off of the maneuvers, I think it's looking a little like BLUFOR is going to be the victors here. What, Dream?
Hotel.
No.
Hotel.
No. What did they do?
I don't know. They must have hit the ground with their rotor.
That's fine. I mean, smoke it and repair it till...
No, the rotor's gone.
Yeah, you can still repair it to get the rotor back, right?
No.
Oh.
Once the rotor's gone, it's gone.
So I think based off of the angle, it must have clipped into the ground on the right. I mean, that's a decent machine gun position to fire, though. I mean, silver lining. If we look under mission and we go to BLUFOR assets, UH, it's 1,000 rounds of 5 mags, so 200 rounds per mag there, technically a box. So they could just suppress this town for a little bit, but that's silly. Meanwhile, GREENFOR, we've got Newton. Torm has LAT. He could, if he's quick, actually get an angle on this truck, but this truck might be able to evade him. But they could put AT on that truck, but I mean, that truck, is that the bulletproof one? Yeah, no, it's not. You can clearly see through it. So if they get a shot on the canopy, they could actually destroy the truck all the way to the north. That 4-man group coming around. You got Arcane here as well. He doesn't have any light AT. Missed. But now they're going to start shooting the 2 gunners on the rear. One of them goes down. Takes more hits as the driver desperately trying to hit every tree that he can.
He's only down. He didn't die.
Yeah, he's not dead because we still see a +3 back there. But that flank by BLUFOR is going to be halted. Now I see a +2 because I think the gunner on the left side got taken out. Both of them are dead. So it's just the 2 guys on the front. So GREENFOR didn't lose anyone in that fight, but they were able to take out 2, which was half of that force. So pretty devastating for BLUFOR in that regard. Those were also the first BLUFOR casualties. Meanwhile, you're seeing Charlie starting to fold up. You got Dooley back here. Blom runs right into Dooley, and Hillary Clinton's him.
Done.
Unfortunately, we just witnessed Dooley commit suicide there, as per tradition of the Hillary Clinton, dubbed the Hillary Clinton maneuver. Seeing more HE rounds going back and forth here. Otherwise, still a bit of a stalemate. Actually, that was a Maz fragmentation. I'm pretty sure I just witnessed a dude kill himself with his own Maz. So I'm pretty sure Tactical Sheep just blew himself and Jake up with their own Maz. Because that was a Maz round. That wasn't an RPG round. It has a different explosive sound. That was a Maz round hitting something. And I'm pretty sure they just killed themselves. Probably clipped it on the side. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. I don't even know what to say about that. Yeah, rock hitboxes in Arma 3 are, it can be a little finicky. You definitely don't want to fire at the edge of the rock with a Maz, because just in case that hitbox is especially bigger. Especially considering that these rocks are ported from Arma 2. So, yeah, and then Arma 3 rocks are also really framey. Otherwise, we have Bravo. They've folded back. They're engaging X-Ray and the Hotel Vic crew that's come down. Now, I'm going to be honest. If the Hotel guys can make it and do CQC with those MP7s, they could actually do a lot of damage, as long as they picked them. I'm going to quickly check. We do have a mix of 416s and MP7s, but, you know, those MP7s at close range because of those 40-round SMGs with that, what, 3.7? 5.7? I think it's 5.7 millimeter. It's devastating.
So dead. Rip.
We have some members of GREENFOR X-Ray, only 2 remaining. They're starting to come on the rear of Charlie HQ, though. Are they the suppressed shooters? Yes, they are. The 245-round RPK suppressed gunners could stay on the rear and get a lot of kills here. Now, it is Papega, so they're going to be really quick to react, but if they're careful, we could see DshK and Kabui do some pretty significant damage here. But otherwise, they're now starting to force GREENFOR to route as this flank comes in. Delta's also moving up for BLUFOR as Alpha kind of held to keep suppressing that one position. This is going to gradually force GREENFOR to pull back. And now that BLUFOR is going to start getting their foot in the door in Terminal 1, and GREENFOR is turned around because they saw the truck coming along the north, and they have aggression from Hotel and X-Ray, this might have thinned out GREENFOR enough for BLUFOR to now steamroll Terminal 1 and 2, eventually getting to 3 with 31 minutes left on the clock right here. Why are you bonking me, Neko? Goober. I didn't even say anything horny.
Oh, Stark's about to be approached by a full squad.
Alright, you got Coda being engaged on the rear, but Coda's now turned around.
Oh my god, Stark's got PKP. Ilmanek just stood like right next to Stark.
Oh my god.
Oh, Stark's got the PKP.
The stealth plays. Here we go. Ilmanek going down. They're just going to think that that was in the middle of the fight. Stark, he's behind. Getting multiple kills.
Saddam just flew.
He did. Thompson goes down. Duster turn around, wondering where those shots just came from.
Azuki.
Duster has no idea. Azuki has turned around and started firing, but that was 4 guys down. Saddam getting up. Not turning around enough to see Stark running by. He's confused. Stark finishing his reload might catch Saddam. He's going to come up. He's going to spot Saddam. No, he doesn't. Fires up, knocks Azuki out. Doesn't notice Saddam up there. Meanwhile, suppressed shooters. Looks like they were able to take out Coda, but now he's looking for roster. And Saddam just... Amazing.
Beautiful. Perfect.
Saddam not taking a fire. Grenade also injuring Saddam. There's that 7-6-2 engagement. Saddam losing because he took damage from other people. So that alone just wiped an entire flank of BLUFOR. GREENFOR might be back in the game. The 2 suppressed shooters going down. They were able to take out 1 guy, though. And now you're seeing more shots going up. Duster's the only one alive. He still has no idea what's going on. And Stark's going up and basically double tapping at this point.
Fucking tree goblin.
And Thompson and Azuki haven't woken back up yet, so I doubt they'll wake up at all. But that was a great play to make. Duster crawling around. He sees his guys that are down. He's looking, but he's a little exposed. Stark might be able to catch him out of position. At this angle, it's really tough to call. I think Stark spotted him.
Oh.
Did he? He might try to flank around.
That strategy blends in like perfectly.
Stark pulling away as Duster might decide to move on here. He's got 2 wounded, though. He's got no one around to call support for. They're a few hundred meters away.
He's not a medic either.
This is exactly the type of play GREENFOR needed to make to thin out the number advantage if BLUFOR decide to spread their forces out in this strategy. Stark now checking. Duster did a great job pulling back into that tree. It's luck at that point. No, Stark spots him. Headshot. There's some double tap.
Fucking... What's that? Let me have a look at this squad. It was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Here come the double taps.
He just murdered 5 people.
Yeah.
Because he stood still in a tree.
And I don't think Stark took any damage there either. He might have taken 1 grazing round, but
I think Saddam hit him a few times.
Yeah, that was great. So now BLUFOR lost their southernmost flank. That's not going to really sour their attack here, though, because GREENFOR has been mostly pulling back to Sector 2. We have Dryden, who's come around on the southern push. He was able to pick off Albin there. And now he's trying a one-man smoke push with his AKS.
Arca's decided to now take the
staring
M4,
down.
probably to play as a confusing guy. But GREENFOR is actually
mix up their audio ID.
GREENFOR's actually looking down at Stark, probably realizing an entire squad was just slaughtered down there.
And then we have the 2 hotel pilots coming in as well. Dryden firing up at something. I don't see. Oh, yep. No, he just picked off someone else.
Oh, Norris is going for the.
For Terminal 1. I see that.
He's got Bay to fight.
A lot of good solo plays here from both sides. We just need to see if additional ones bear fruit. We got Green Thumb leading Olaf over to where Stark is. A thermite grenade thrown over by at Syak, I believe by Dryden. Because he is an explosive specialist, so we would have those thermite grenades. But I'm watching these 2 hotel players at Terminal 3. A lot of action on a lot of fronts right now. Difficult to cover it all. Now, is Dryden going to look over and see Syak?
Whatever happens here, Dryden's got a bit of a problem. Once
he look left.
Sushi just threw a grenade at himself.
Nope, Syak, wow. Syak got the shots, but missed them. What?
Sushi popped a nade, and it hit a tree and landed right next to him.
I don't see any blood, so I think the tree ate the shrapnel.
He got away. He ran away and crouched down.
Yeah, so now BLUFOR's running because they don't know what they're being engaged by, and Dryden's charging their direction, not knowing that BLUFOR's running off there. Oh, my goodness. So I keep looking up to the 2 BLUFOR hotel guys.
They're being naded.
So those 2 hotel guys, they're able to take out Arcane from the buildings. They're now having a building-to-building fight. You're seeing Grenadier rounds going past this building. They did some damage. Another guy just got taken out.
Opening the door and just ending that man's life.
Executing him. Damn. So BLUFOR getting some great kickbacks. Diggity dog. Yes, Boo. Yeah, sure. What do you want? Sure. All right. Sandwich and nuggies, okay? Sure. Yeah.
What a romantic dinner.
Thank you, Boo. Bye. She's getting me dinner. She went out with a friend, and they're coming back. But now we have... Well, we had a GREENFOR guy in the middle of BLUFOR line, but it was Pega around him, so they were taken out. Johnson is unconscious over at Terminal 3. That leaves only 1 hotel guy remaining. That is the dude with the MP7. He's going to be really cautious about crossing this position. Hack 1 has started for BLUFOR. Bayant is in the zone, though. He could run in and stop it. Holton gets taken out by a grenade on the rear and then double tapped by one of Twins' bullets. Dryden still running around blindly. BLUFOR significantly pulled back to the back of the zone. Really freaked out by that one guy. Hack 1 paused by Bay. He's now running out, but he unfortunately gets taken out by Norris in a CQC situation. That hack is going to be resumed. Stark still marauding on the rear, trying to find additional BLUFOR. Probably just going to follow this ridge line up and run into more BLUFOR guys. But, I mean, looking at the skull count on both sides have definitely taken a significant amount of casualties. Numbers still favoring BLUFOR, but with
GREENFOR a little bit of worse off.
I could still see Stark doing something pretty significant. We also have Grav all the way on his own on the southern ridge. I think he's a bit out of play here. And GREENFOR just relying on evenly defending Terminal 2 and 3. We could still see some good stuff. Dryden taking fire from, I believe, a medic. That's X-Ray's medic. DJ trying to fire up at him, and Dryden quickly folds back. We need to see the remaining outskirts players fold in and hopefully run into BLUFOR. But Stark, he is the one to watch. 5 kills so far. He's stolen an M4. And a Maz. He could time his shots. And BLUFOR might not realize what's going on. I think he just saw Lolo cross left to right. That bush is in the way, though. Might have obscured it. Detonation goes on Terminal 1. 22 minutes remaining. 2 more terminals to go. Let's see how things end up here. So BLUFOR already quick to be on the move. Stark staying behind the bush. I guess he's going to let BLUFOR move on for a little bit. So Dryden quickly pulling back. Grav also pulling back in a direction. We could see these guys just go across ridges to do things here. I thought I just saw Jerry fire some shots potentially at Roven, but I think he was just double tapping bodies there.
Stark is doing the smart play here. He's not engaging what he can see. He's trying to see as much as he can
before making that decision.
Engaging. Because there's so many people up there, obviously, that majority he doesn't really know about.
I'm really curious to know if he has any HE rounds for that Maz, because if he could find where BLUFOR are really crammed up together, because I just saw that they were for a second, he could get a really, really good double or triple kill with that.
Even so, if he plays it as the guerrilla warfare right now, he could probably take another 4 or 5 out before he really needs to pull out or dies.
I just watched a single BLUFOR guy get taken out. Blam is down here. He's climbing into the building. He's got that PKP. That's a really good breaching weapon. I wonder if anyone just heard the door open downstairs. Nope. Vagrant's walking around. They think it's a friendly. Vagrant, Vagrant's going to get killed. Literally runs right into the PKP with his binos out. And that is GREENFOR ground command killed by Blam. Arcor
just not
hasn't noticed.
How, man? Arcor.
Is Arcor gonna... Oh, Blam. Go 2 for 2, buddy.
Oh, my God.
Oh, that was a single headshot, too. Holy shit. Great play by Blam there. Getting these solos here. And you got Bob Wheaton firing from his building up at Papega. AT just fired in by Swola, hitting up on the northern ridge. Doesn't do much. Stark needs to consider making a play soon. I get that he's being tactical here, but he, I think, is GREENFOR's last hope other than just a general defense by Scandi at Terminal 3. Because everything else, we're running out of options here for GREENFOR, in all honesty.
Blam moved into Wheaton's building. Wheaton jumps out the window. Decides to push away.
Grenades being thrown. I think Wheaton heard the footsteps because he's throwing grenades over at that building. Hack 2 started. Explosives going off on a building. Not sure if that got anyone. Yep, there is a body there. So, yep, explosives did take someone out. Great to see explosive traps on there. Now Tackleberry might try to fold in and stop the hack. He's got 40 seconds. He could make it, but he needs to run directly to it. I think he's going to try to stay in the low ground.
The best choice here for any GREENFOR in this area is pull out. If you're still alive.
Lolo got taken out by an HE round, so it might have been Stark firing some of those Maz rounds into the infantry. But he is now going to fold in, potentially get behind more BLUFOR elements here. That gun, though, to confuse weapon PID is only going to be useful if BLUFOR's in an active firefight, because then they're not going to turn heads, but they hear gunfire.
Rom is dead.
Yep, Tackle didn't pull over to the terminal. He pulled back instead. And yep, Blam, I think, was either taken out by Ash or Wheaton. I think Wheaton, if he stayed in that building. But yep, that's Terminal 2 hacked. Now, here's the thing about BLUFOR. I think GREENFOR has the number advantage at this point. Very slightly.
Stark firing out at Pierce or Sam. He misses his shots.
Yep, so that's the one issue about engaging when there's no active firefight. They're going to hear those gunshots and immediately turn their heads. BLUFOR is divided, though. If that one group that's attacking Terminal 3 pushes in, they're probably going to get wiped. And if BLUFOR isn't able to land enough kills, it's Scandi, too, which are one of the better defensive teams. This remaining force then pushes in, they're probably not going to have the number, so it's still anyone's game. 18 minutes remaining. Leaning towards GREENFOR right now. I want to see if Stark's able to capitalize on more kills, though. But BLUFOR is definitely more spaced out, so it's going to be a lot harder for Stark to make these plays.
Yeah, Shimo has gone back around behind Stark, and now Stark is effectively surrounded.
Stark saw that, and he's now a little concerned, but he's going to move on, thinking that was just one unit.
He's about to run straight into Skip, and Skip is...
He's looking the other way, though, and he's prone. So, Stark might run up on him, though. He finds him, takes him out. So, yeah, if BLUFOR keeps themselves separated like this, they got a lot of guys on the north side looking back to try to find him.
Here comes Shimo. Shimo might catch Stark. Direction he's going to miss him.
Stark turns around. Oh... Stark, I think, just saw him. Yep. And takes him out because he got concerned hearing the gunshots on the northern side. So that's 7 kills for Stark.
And if he did hit that mold shot, then that might be 8. But we'll say 7.
Here's what's scaring me, though. BLUFOR has units really close to the terminal. GREENFOR doesn't have anyone on actual internal security on the terminal, and it's Papega pushing. I I stand corrected. BLUFOR might actually get this because Papega aggression with no one on Scandy actually covering the terminal site itself might mean that Arma Jesus...
You have Skynet.
Yeah, but there's too much smoke in the way for him to see anything.
Yeah, oh, it's Arma Jesus, and that's the one you don't... Oh, Arma Jesus might be able to save Legal here.
He might spot Yanni.
Yeah, he does, but he's waiting for him to pick out a bit more.
He should go for the terminal, though.
Yeah, I think he's torn right now. I think he's thinking about saving Legal or going for the objective. But here comes Skynet. Skynet comes out. Skynet might catch Arma Jesus here.
Oh, yeah, he is. He is. Got the shot.
Oh my fucking god.
Yeah, that was too close for comfort. Holy shit.
I don't know if he thought he was friendly or if he was...
No, he was going for an easy back of the head headshot. But Arma heard the footsteps.
But Flux has picked the wrong building.
Skynet needs the double tap.
Flux has picked the wrong building, gets into a fight with Jerry, and Flux is down. Here comes Vince.
By the way, Stark is dead.
Huh?
Stark is apparently dead. So Skynet died. I don't know who got him. Oh no, he got into a square off with...
Here comes Vince. Vince taking on Nemesis. Nemesis
Sideways.
had to reload.
So yeah, BLUFOR went for kills instead of the objective and paid for it. So that's a shame.
Flux picked the wrong building. If he just ran into the other building and not the building. Oh, it's a trade.
Well, it's marked on the map though where it is, so I don't know what the confusion is.
He might have just gotten confused. Because actually, if you look at it, there's one square like grey building and then it has the black buildings on it. So he probably just looked, maybe peeked to the map and then just got confused, or only had his thingy open.
So 14 minutes.
Who's the Alpha 1 guy? Sam is just
BLUFOR have the number advantage now. A lot of the defenders died to Papega, which is to be expected. Both of them were really, both Scandy and Papega, really strong communities, but Papega
got focused too much on kills.
But 14 minutes, the remaining BLUFOR to come in, I think it'll be enough. It's leaning BLUFOR right now, but that's only if BLUFOR move in. There's a lot of longer range firefighting around the Terminal 2 area.
Pierce is firing down at Swallow. You have Grav up here for some reason.
Bodies. You got DJ to the south. He's slowly folding. He is a medic, though, so he could possibly get Legal up.
He's actually he's actually nading the buildings.
Yeah, he's just concerned that it might be hostile garrisoned or something. Yeah, no, they have definitely failed their wake-up check. So what that means, Render doesn't know, is Ace always recalculates your blood and your pulse to see if you'll wake up or be unconscious. If you see someone wake up for like a millisecond and then immediately ragdoll again, that means they're failing their wake-up checks.
DJ's gonna have to
or they're just not waking up at all.
He's been down for a while.
And what that means is the game calculates that you can wake up, but then it recalculates you as falling unconscious again because you don't have a heart rate. Which I always find funny. Yeah, so Legal is potentially going to be saved. He could be the crux of this if DJ's quick enough, but him and DJ with, you know, Sushi, Timek, a few other guys from the north pushing in because GREENFOR isn't pushing in their reserves. They're just, I guess, sweeping around for kills. Grav's still up on that high area. If GREENFOR were to pull all of their guys on the outskirts into the town, I think GREENFOR would have a solid shot. But right now, with BLUFOR just trickling everyone in, I don't think it's going to be enough. 11, nice. Watching the final terminal area at this point, but we are seeing some skirmishes going in. Wheaton, I think, killed Sam down there. DJ
just got slapped by Collins.
A single PKP shot. DJ's like, I saved you. He gets up and then gets his head taken off. Holy crap.
Legal leaves.
That was amazing.
If I'm legal, I'm doing what DJ did and picking up that RPG with a very clear HE round in it.
I'm going to be honest, if there was one person that I think on the roster could solo this, Legal Action is one of them.
Oh, yeah.
Pierce coming in on the other side. Also... Yanni, I mean, if there was one person that we need to be on the defense to stop something like that, Yanni would be one of them.
Oh, Pierce got a really nice shot on Otovsky there.
I was wondering where that gunshot was from. I think it was Timek.
Oh, yeah, it must have been.
Yeah, because Timek has the sniper rifle, and that was a sniper shot.
Yanni heard, and now Yanni's abandoning position to go and take out Timek.
Oh, no!
Oh, God, Scandi.
They don't have the room for that level of aggression.
Why is he... Why? Oh,
Collins taking Legal out. Great job there.
Collins has been really good in this one position.
Terminal exposed. They don't know that. Yanni going fishing. We got Swola now pulling in again. Might get cut off by Pierce. Uh-oh.
Oh.
They're playing chicken with each other.
Another shot from Collins there. I think you saw Sushi or someone.
Yanni over pushing here. Might fold in the spot. Timek running down. Nope, he commits the higher ground.
And
Swola gets Pierce. Yanni finding Timek, unable to line the shot up. Timek returning fire with his handgun.
Oh, he hit him in the leg! Oh, if I was Timek, I hit him in the leg and then run away.
What the heck was that trade?
DJ's in my chat, and wait, he traded?
They traded.
Oh my fucking God. Oh, Jesus. DJ's in my chat. I just want to say,
I do
DJ,
all that BS just to get killed. Yeah, you save Legal Action, only get headshotted by Cullis, and then Legal pushes down, only to then get headshotted by Cullis.
You did a little jump when you died, DJ.
No one's playing objective right now, though. The objective is completely open. If BLUFOR throws this, I'm going to laugh my ass off.
This is 2013 Search and Destroy. No
Cullis gets another one.
Oh yeah, DJ threw a grenade on him, got him up, and then died. No one's playing objective. The objective is literally
no one
just,
is playing objective. GREENFOR just holding the other parts of the town, and BLUFOR's not actually sending anything to go clear it. They're just sweeping it instead.
I'm honestly not like too sure on most of the players around here, but Fred is confusing me as hell right now. That he's not moving in. I get they're scared, but there's no time to be scared. Oh, firing on Jib.
You still have BLUFOR guys folding in, but I mean, you got Iqbal and Fred here. Great pickup.
You guys, you need to go.
And you got Tackleberry charging up the ridge. What
a man.
Again, terminal open. I don't think they know that, though. They think that there's defenders there. This is just a psych out, then, by GREENFOR. By holding other parts of the terminal, they're making BLUFOR think that the terminal itself is actually held, which is making BLUFOR not fold in, even though they have a direct line from that bunker to see that there's nothing covering. Maybe they're fearful of the other. I don't know.
7 minutes.
This is just psyop bullshit at this point. Desper saying better than getting a headshot from 1K away from an AK that has no scope. Welcome to FNF. Some people are crazy with their marksmanship. Now you got Swola that's going to pull defense. Is he going to get fired at by the bunker? No, they're going prone.
What defense?
I swear, if BLUFOR loses this, it's because they threw it.
Oh, yeah.
Swola in that building. Cullis still camping that one corner because he's gotten 3 kills right here, so why wouldn't he camp that one corner, you know? Like, my God. 6 minutes remaining. More GREENFOR eventually trickling in. Grav still taking to the damn hills. Like, I can't believe this. No one on BLUFOR.
This is genuinely annoying.
Both sides are being stubborn, but the defenders are going to win because of that stubbornness. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 versus 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 6v6 right now.
Oh.
I can't believe this. Well, no, it's now 6v5 because one of the GREENFOR guys just disappeared. I think. I don't know.
Yeah. Wait, no, I think it was always 5.
I don't know what we're supposed to stare at here.
What is doing? What are they doing? It's actually so annoying. I think.
Swole, I think just Swole just picked someone off.
Jib stuff.
I have no idea what Iqbal and Fred are doing. They're just looking up at that building.
Iqbal and Fred right now are just probably the worst offenders here.
Yeah, just they've been in there for like 5 minutes.
No, it's been more like 10. Yeah, no, because they were in there since like the 14-minute mark, and they just haven't moved. One of them's got an M240G or Bravo or whatever the fucking one is called. Here comes Tackle. Tackle might catch Kerry out. Yeah, he definitely saw him there. Okay, Tackle is firing his weapon and there is no sound.
He's got one of them AK suppressors, dude.
This is Tackle. This has happened so many times to Tackle. I'm now starting. Yeah, apparently DJ's asking if you said dick ball.
Iqbal?
Dick ball instead of ick ball. No, it was Iqbal, not dick ball.
So Kerry did get hit by Tackleberry's integrally suppressed AK, but now he's getting fired on by Grav. Grav got a few hits, and Grav got the kill.
Also, notice how Tackle doesn't have any what do you call it? Thingies.
Symbols. Yeah, so his mods are bugged then.
Not symbols.
Yeah, if you select them, like when you select other players, you see the gun symbol, but you don't see the gun symbol on Tackle, even though he has it out.
Every time he fires, there's no traces.
Yeah, so his RHS is bugged then, or he's a hacker.
Here comes Tackle. Oh no, he's like 45. I don't think he's a hacker.
Dun.
No way, please.
Dun. That integrally suppressed AK, man.
Yeah,
wow.
That was really good, but also they deserve that.
Wow.
They literally deserve that. Both of them. And they've won. Independent won.
So BLUFOR threw that.
Both
they threw that pretty damn hard.
That is... Yeah, someone has to, like, that's been happening for a while now. Because I can imagine he can hear his shots.